Hello, it's Burgess Taylor and it's Coffee Chat Monday. And I don't really have a topic per se for this morning's coffee chat. First, I'm going to show you and then I'm going to insert a picture. This is my layout for this week and I put some goals down on there for Back to Basics April. Some things I really want to work on. Like Monday, today, I want to clean out the little desk right there. Right now it has journals in it, a few other little things. I'm going to be taking that to my mom's on Friday. While we were there Saturday, we measured the table and the bigger desk. It looks just like my red desk, only it's all brown and it's a little bit bigger, it's a little bit longer. So we're going to be getting those two, and I'm going to be painting that desk. And eventually I will be putting new handles on both desks. But for now, we're going to be leaving my desk where it's at right now, this red one, moving the table along this wall right here to make the L, and then we're going to be putting the other desk right over here. That one will be Mr. Rockstar's. My dinosaur computer is going to go on it once Chris cleans it, gets it all set up, because Mr. Rockstar doesn't really do a whole lot. He gets on, checks emails, he gets on, he watches YouTube, he Facebooks, but that's about it. I mean, he doesn't really do a whole lot of work on the computer, unlike me. But it'll give us a chance to be, he can actually be in here and use his headset and watch Facebook videos while I do stuff. So we're not so time in separate rooms. I don't mind sharing my space, but what will happen is I will have a place to paint. I will have a place to draw. I will have a place to film. And so I'm excited about that because the computer is going to end up over here and the drawing and filming is going to end up right here. The white bookcase is going in the purple room with all the young adult and children books and stuff like that, because that's the guest room. That's where my grandson and my stepdaughter or my son or anybody who comes to visit and needs to spend the night. My daughter has her own place not far from here. So that way, even if my parents came or whatever, we have a guest room. And it's nice to have a guest room again. What we're doing now is trying to get a few things organized. And for me, Back to Basics means getting some things purged, getting some things cleaned and organized, simplifying my life and some of the things that we have in the house and the things that I use. And so today I'm cleaning out the small desk. Tomorrow I'm cleaning out my desk because some of the stuff is going to come out of here so it can be more organized. Wednesday I'm going to be cleaning out the white bookcase. I'm going to be moving all my Stephen King books into the red bookcase that you see right behind me. So I'm excited because the red Stephen King books will be back in the red bookcase. I'm going to be reorganizing. I may end up having to get another book between Wednesday and Thursday. I will be redoing bookcases. On Friday, I'm going to be cleaning out this dresser so that some of the supplies, like the 12 by 12 paper, things like that that lay flat, I can reorganize and put them in those dresser drawers. I will probably not this weekend, but the next weekend or the weekend after, get bits and pieces, go to Dollar Tree, go to Walmart, go to Dollar General, and get bins and storage containers and stuff like that, so that it'll be easier to store things in those drawers and on the shelf that's in the closet, because this stuff really needs to be organized better. I may be putting scrapbook paper over shoe boxes and labeling those shoe boxes. I may be painting cardboard and making boxes out of those. I'm going to be doing a lot of do-it-yourself stuff. It's not all going to get done in April, but I can look on Pinterest and come up with DIY ideas to help me organize this space better so that I can utilize what I have, because I have things and I knew I had them, but I didn't know where they were. Because when I moved from room to room, a lot of things just got put into things, and now I'm like, well, where is so and so? Saturday, I plan on cleaning that closet. Once I get the bookshelves done and I get the dresser done, the closet, part of the closet will have already been taken apart to get the papers and stuff like that out of it. So I'm going to be re-cleaning that, because Friday we're going to be going to get the table and the desk. The file cabinet can come out of the closet and it can go underneath the table in the corner over here. So I'm hoping that by Sunday we'll have all of that done. and I can rest, because Sunday will be my rest day. Now, what I don't get done on Saturday, I'll either do Sunday or I'll just continue to do Monday, because I really like the idea of Sunday being a self-care day. Maybe I film a little, maybe I journal a little, I write most definitely, because I need to write 1,000 words on Sunday. So if I can get some of those things done like that, then I'll be good to go. Like I said, I've set some goals, trying to get a little more organized, trying to get things done ahead of time. I'm working on my website, doing blogs at least a few times a week. I'm trying to get, like I said, just get everything together and get shit done. You know, I remember growing up and my mom's house was organized. Everything had a place. There was a place for everything, and things were in their place. And my mom kept the house clean. I remember thinking, God, why does it always have to be? Why do you always have to do this? Now I'm an adult and I'm not in an apartment anymore, so nobody else is fixing the things that break. And now I'm responsible for, you know, we're responsible for fixing things that break. We're responsible for replacing carpet or flooring or appliances and things like that. You don't realize how much work comes with all of that. Our house sat empty for a while before we moved in it. There's a lot of work to be done. Some of it's bigger work, some of it's littler work. And I'm a planner. I like to get organized with things. I like to kind of know ahead of time what my ideas are, go over those ideas, think about them, mull them over. Like when I'm searching for a camera, when I'm getting ideas, because I know what I have now works okay for now, but I really do need a better camera. But instead of going, oh, well, I just need a better camera, let me, save up some money and just go get one. No, I look and I take notes when I see somebody doing a video and I like their videos, I like how they look. I will look in a description or look through some of their videos to see if I find where they talk about what they use to film their videos. And I'll write down, so and so uses this camera. So and so uses this lighting. So and so uses this. This is a DIY hack for this. So that I can get ideas. I've come a long way from where I was in the very beginning. I'm a lot more comfortable in front of the camera now. I'm still not like, yeah. You're never going to see the magazine styled pictures or videos, the perfect look that, like my writing room looked like it could be, the picture could be in a magazine, because I use this room. I literally use this room for everything that I do creative. And life is not always clean and perfect. And I'm a creative clutter person. Out of the chaos that I end up with when I am doing things and I'm making a mess and there's things everywhere, I'm going to be able to feel comfortable creating that mess and doing those things. And then when it's all said and done and everything, then I can clean it up. But I want to be able to make a mess in my room. I don't want to have to hide the fact that I am actually creative and do things in this room. And I think it speaks volumes if your space is absolutely perfect and it's wonderful. But for me, that's never going to work. I have at one point or another felt a bit overwhelmed or a bit anxious because my space isn't, picture perfect. But at the same time, a lot of people who I love and respect their opinions have told me that what they really love about my videos is that they're real, that it's not picture perfect, that I do show the mistakes, that I do show the mess, that I do show how my creative clutter, chaos, beauty from chaos brain works a lot of times. And that's wonderful. So I think it gives me that I need to just keep doing what I'm doing and not worry about that. To do the best that I can with the skills that I have and with the items that I have at hand, and to make something out of nothing sometimes. And I love that. I love when I can create something out of nothing. So part of what Back to Basics April is really about for me is doing a lot of the things that I know I need to do, like cleaning and purging and organizing, but it's also about simplifying my life, because we get sometimes in a bit of a, well, God, I'd love to try that notebook, or God, I'd love to try that pen, or I wish I had that color of ink, or I wish I had that watercolor set, or I wish, and you know, I take notes, and like I said, on the various things that I see that other people use to create, whether it's a watercolor page or a journal spread or a how they set up their traveler's notebook, or what they're doing in their Hobonichi, or what they're doing with their writing, because there are different programs and all kinds of things to use. And because I dabble in a lot of different creative areas, I'm not just doing one thing. So I'm watercoloring like I did on this weekly spread, but this is a bullet journal spread, but it's in my Omni journal, which is in my traveler's notebook, which happens to be a Janelli fish. And inside here, I do have a few inserts. This is my morning pages insert. And this is for Patreon. And I did do something for Patreon. And this week I'm going to be doing something else. And that is improving my lettering. So in this notebook, I have a lot more going on than just writing. And here's my writer's Bible. And I have a lot more going on. And inside my writer's Bible, I have a bullet journal. I have a notebook where I write about how my writing is going. I usually do that about once a week now. I'm not doing it daily anymore. I'm just doing a review for the week of how my writing went, unless something comes to me. If I get an idea or something, then I'll write it down. In my bullet journal for writing, I work out things like the timeline and the events and the outline and stuff like that. That's what I use the bullet journal for. And then I have the notebook, and I'll find it. It's probably in the living room, because the last place I was writing by hand was in the living room. I have the notebook that I actually handwrite in. Sometimes I write on the computer, and sometimes I write in the living room when Mr. Rockstar and I watch TV, or in the bedroom when we're watching TV, or so that we can spend some time together. And I will write, because as long as the show's not too loud, I can write, because I'll tune it out. A lot of times, though, if it's one of those shows where I'm really going to be into the show, then I will journal while we watch TV, and I will just spread everything out on the little coffee table we have and film while I'm journaling. And those are the ones that I do with the music, because otherwise you'd hear the TV in the background. But it lets me multitask. And Mr. Rockstar doesn't mind if I'm reading or writing or creating art, journaling, as long as I'm in there with him. He doesn't care what I'm doing. He knows that I have a lot of things to do, and he's okay with that. We can be in the same room doing the same thing, or doing completely different things. And I think that's wonderful. He's very supportive. He asked me to post the weekly layout of that with the Easter bunny and the eggs, so that he could share it on his Facebook wall, because he was that proud of it. He absolutely loved it. So that's what I have going on. Not a whole lot, but a whole lot at the same time. I mean, not a whole lot of different, but some different, if that makes sense. I finally got to a point, because I was sick for so long, where I just couldn't see my way out of the anxiety and the depression and the stress, and I wasn't wanting to journal. Now I look forward to journaling every day. Now I'm excited about my journaling. Now I'm excited about my writing. And a lot of that had to do with just making a few changes and feeling better and looking at things from a different perspective. And sometimes that's what it takes. I did get the blank tarot cards in. I'm going to be putting these to work pretty soon. I haven't decided yet. And I've got to figure out whether I permanent markers, or if I want to wait to put them together. I want to use just plain permanent Sharpie markers to do them, or if I want to really get artistic and order some markers once we get some extra money and do that. So we'll see. We'll see. I haven't made up my mind yet. But I do have the blank tarot cards to create Writer's Block Tarot, since my book, neither one of the books came with the tarot cards. Unbelievably disappointed. I hope you'll have a good one. We'll talk to you again soon. And when I get some of the stuff organized, I will be taking pictures as I work on some of these things, so that I can have before and after pictures. Thanks, y'all. Bye.